Oh shit, my boy Usopp's about to clean up. Now, if y'all seen One Piece chapter 738, people was kind of taken aback because, god damn, I'm having like forehead spasms. Like I keep feeling my forehead ticking like this. But anyway, they were kind of taken aback because they said the chapter was kind of slow. I think the pace was a little bit slow, but the chapter's a good chapter on its in its own right. I just think it didn't stand. I just think it just didn't stand because there was so much other stuff going on right about now that we would rather see. You understand? So that little side quest with the god damn, keep feeling ticks in my damn head. That little side quest with Usopp and Robin doesn't, isn't as appealing as seeing, Sabo fighting against Jesus and shit like that. But anyway, the question is, can Usopp stand up to Sugar and Trouble? Another question is, can Robin stand up to either one of them? Robin, she's got some powers. Usopp, he's just been trained as a sniper, but he's one of the best we've seen so far. I think Usopp could take it to this bitch. First off, Sugar, she's not a little girl. Just in case people was wondering, oh, you want to see some guy beat this girl up? She's not really a little girl. She's a grown woman. Sugar is a good match for Usopp. Why? Because she touches people to turn them into toys. Robin definitely can't do that because if you don't know, if one of Robin's clones is affected, she is also affected. So by default, if I'm not mistaken, if the girl happens to touch the clone and turn that into a toy, it'll turn the real Robin into a toy. So we can't have that. Usopp doesn't fight using his hands and it doesn't fight up close. So her powers wouldn't play too much of a role in their fight other than her being able to turn somebody else and have them fight him. You understand? So Usopp is sitting good right about now. He also says that he didn't want to get involved because he didn't want to fuck too much shit up and that he'd be able to beat her easily, right? I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and that's going to prove to or at least it's going to appear to prove to the dwarves that Usopp wasn't lying, because he's going to fight this girl and beat the living shit out of him. You understand? Because she can't touch the motherfucker. I can guarantee you when she get into a real fight that she says that you think I can't fight. All she got to do is touch the people and turn them into toys. That's probably why she probably doesn't have to fight that often. But if he fights her, she could touch anything she wants. But I wonder if her powers would work on plants. I'm guessing they probably wouldn't, but I wonder if they do. And even if that's the case, he doesn't always have to use plants. Remember, and some of the plants he used don't always have to touch anyway. So that'd be a good match for him. Can Usopp also beat Trouble? I don't know. That motherfucker's pretty strong. And I think that he's a Logia, if I'm not mistaken, because his whole body seems to be like fluid. I seen him get smashed at one point in time and just reform. So this sticky fruit, I'm guessing is a Logia type. He turns into some kind of sticky substance, maybe glue or some shit. I don't know. Will he be able to beat him? I'm not sure. Now, will Robin be able to beat him? I don't think Robin could beat him. So that's the case with that. Would Robin be able to beat Sugar? I don't think so. I think that she's stronger than Sugar, but I just think Sugar's powers is just too hacks for her to just go against her. So I'm thinking Usopp's going to have to go against Sugar. Trouble, if it comes down to it, I'm guessing Robin's going to have to fight Trouble. But I don't see how she's going to be able to beat him because he seems pretty strong and he can, maybe she could use her clones and shit like that. But she got to have Haki to beat this motherfucker. That's the one thing that's got me like, okay, I don't know how it's going to play out. See, Robin can use her clones and maybe he won't be able to hit her for a certain amount of time. But when he catch up to her ass, or if he actually hits one of the clones, unless her powers evolve to the point where she can use those clones without getting hurt, he's going to fuck up. That's pretty much the end for that. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, because I know that they all know about Haki, but can Robin use Haki? If Robin can use Haki, I might go along with her in the fight for Trebol, because she can use all types of clones. She can summon, you know, a giant. I said summon. She could create a giant leg. You know what I'm saying? All different kinds of ways of fighting his ass that he probably wouldn't be used to fighting, and can attack from all different angles at the same time, you know, at once. So that kind of neutralizes his speed a little bit. But the whole thing is, does she have Haki in order to be able to face him? Now, in terms of Usopp, he probably wouldn't even need Haki to beat him. Why? I'm not saying that he would win against Trebol, but I'm just saying he wouldn't need Haki. Why? Because he probably has. Remember, each Logia user, even though they can turn intangible, they all have their own weakness. Let's say ice, and if you fighting, damn, who was it? Crocodile. You use water or some kind of liquid on him, he can't go intangible, and you could, you know, beat him that way. Who else? There was somebody else. Damn, I know that. Damn, who else? It was another Logia user they showed. Well, the basic thing. Oh, my man, Inaru. Luffy's rubber, so Luffy was able to bypass his intangibility. So I'm quite sure that Usopp will have some kind of fucking weapon that he can use against him that'll work on that devil fruit power that he got. So that's the case with him, but I don't know if Usopp is strong enough to take him. But in the fight of Usopp and Robin versus Trebol and Sugar and versus Trebol and Sugar, I gotta give Usopp versus Sugar. I gotta give it to Usopp versus Sugar, and Robin versus Trebol. I'm not so sure. If she has Haki, I give it to her. If she doesn't, I give it to Trebol. The motherfucker just seems like trouble. You understand? But I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if you guys got any comments, see if there's any input on such on this occasion. I think I mean, people really putting more pressure on Usopp than anybody, probably because he's one of the weaker members. But I think he's gonna be able to hold his own in this fight. Motherfuckers keep thinking that underestimating him. He's been training for a good while with somebody that's pretty strong, and he's got a lot of new weapons. We seen that damn Mario weapon he has when the damn thing starts eating everything and it launches it back at him. When he came back, when he fought Caesar for the first time, he fought smart. You know, he did something that would have, if Caesar didn't have a backup or a contingency plan for what he did, he probably would have did some damage to Caesar and what you call him, Robin. But remember, they didn't know what type of fruit. I mean, with the extent of his powers, so they were at a disadvantage. You understand? The same way Luffy was at a disadvantage. He lost to Caesar too. But then in the second bout against Caesar and Baby Five and Buffalo, they were more ready and they were able to take them down. Remember, Usopp, he came out with the damn stone cuffs, so he came out prepared. So I'm thinking Usopp's got a lot more to show than people think. Robin, we pretty much seen what what Robin can do. Do we see how strong she is? No, but we know what she can do. She can create clones, create giant, you know, arms and shit like that. She can fly. That's pretty much the extent of her power. Now, in terms of how powerful she got, I don't know. My boy Usopp is gonna smash on Sugar and what you call him, Blaze Ball. He says that he's gonna beat Sugar and Trebol. I'm with him on Sugar, but I don't know about Trebol. In terms of Trebol, I think that Usopp is more fit to fight both of them than Robin. Not saying that Usopp's stronger than Robin. I think Robin is probably stronger. Probably. I know before the time skip, she definitely was. And she probably still is, but I don't think it's by much now because everybody done moved up. Robin hasn't moved up as much as everybody else from what we've seen. But like Robin, we already know how she can fight, you know. And if Trebol catches her ass, it's a wrap. I didn't think Usopp can beat Trebol. I don't think Usopp can beat Trebol. His aim is on point. So Usopp's aim is on point. Has Usopp ever shot a fly between the eyes full speed? Usopp shot something even more difficult. Usopp has shot down things even more difficult at longer ranges. Remember when he was at what was it? Not Marineford, but it was Damn, what was it called? Remember when they went to that island with CP9 and whatnot? You know, they was at CP9 and these Marines, they had guns and they was trying to shoot Usopp down. They couldn't. They said it was too far of a range. The wind was blowing too much. He was hitting these motherfuckers point blank. You understand? And this is before the time skip. Now there was an episode. Now it was filler, but he hit this damn this what was it, a weather vane or something like that, or a wind chime from way across town. You understand? Usopp's a beast. Remember when he first got on the ship, he hit this rock way off in the distance. I mean, point blank, right on the damn head. He hit it way off in the distance. So that's that with Usopp. Usopp got that. Usopp's a marksman. What you call him? Treble's not a marksman. He got good aim, but he's not a marksman. I'm thinking that Usopp got him beat with that. But do I think Usopp got him beat in power? I don't think he has him beat in power. Usopp can't throw a shit. But I think Usopp can be able to take this hit from the ship and keep on moving. Matter of fact, Usopp did get hit by the ship. He hit the fucking building. I bet you Usopp's in that building. Usopp about to make it. Shit. Robin is just. I think Robin is more powerful than him, but I don't think she can match. You know. I think that what you call him sugar power is just too hacks for Robin. Like if she hits her, she turns into a toy. It's a wrap. Trebol, you understand? Like he could stick her, he can, you know, all that kind of shit. Usopp fights from longer range. I think that'd be her being a hand-to-hand combat basically her being a hand-to-hand combat is a hindrance in either battle, but even more so with Sugar. What you call him says he says he really thinks that Usopp can't shoot a fly down. He can shoot a fly right in the eye if he needs to. Yeah, in his lobby. Usopp put some work in back in the day. He got incredible aim. Look at his father. His father's able to shoot the leg off an ant from like what they say, like 10 feet away or something like that. That's even more so than you know, shooting a fly. You know what I'm saying? Shoot just the leg and leave the rest of it alive. Shoot just the antenna and just leave it alive. That's some shit. And Usopp, we can see that he inherited some of those abilities. So yeah, Usopp ain't no joke when it comes to you know being a marksman. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers hit right between the eyes. Remember Water 7? They was off the boat. Usopp jumped in the river to help. Then in the middle of a storm, the storm was tossing Usopp around. He's sniping the fucking Marines while he's being moved. Usopp ain't no joke. He was shooting them down while he's being tossed in the rain and shit like that. Fucking thunder hitting him, the wind is on him, and he's moving around. Like he's going like this, and he's still able to hit people. That Usopp ain't no joke. You made your point, but I will have to see and exactly what you said, and can Usopp match his speed and power? About Treble's speed and power, Usopp can't match Treble's power. That I don't think anybody can say that. But he can match Sugar power. He's probably more powerful than her than in terms of power. But can he match his speed? That's one thing. In terms of speed, I'm not sure. But here's one big thing: Usopp fights at range, so that would nullify. It's not going to nullify, but it would. Him being at a range and being able to shoot, from a range, range weapons obviously are faster than, a human body. It's going to give him a slight edge, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't have to be as fast as Trebol if he's fighting from range. You understand? So I think that Usopp could probably, do something with that. And Usopp knows what hockey is. Maybe Usopp is learning how to use, what's it called? What's the fucking thing called? Observation hockey, and be able to, use it on Trebol. So Usopp fighting at long range will help him, at least deal with Trebol's speed a little bit. You understand? Okay. Usopp is a long range fighter, so he won't get stuck in his power. Usopp was head shooting mofos from a mile away with the wind blowing it. I know, that's what I was saying. Motherfucking can shoot. So Usopp is a G, and that's before the time skip. Usopp's got to be like 5 times as strong as he was back then. You understand? and he's got weapons that we haven't used and that we haven't seen before. And he still has Black Kabuto, which we only seen used like once. You understand? And if I'm not mistaken, like at first I thought that Black Kabuto damn. I thought it was just a different type of stick. But we found out it is a plant. So Usopp's weapons have abilities. And I'm not talking about just the ammo he shoots. His actual staff has different abilities. Remember, it is a plant. Remember, he gave it some water and it grew. It like when I seen it on the manga, I thought that he pulled something out, like he had, he had made, put some attachments on it and made it bigger. Turns out it is a plant and it can grow. So his weapons have abilities, and he's a smart fighter. He got different things to help him in a pinch. Remember, he has the trampoline star or whatever that makes the trampoline. So if he has to evade, he can evade Trebol. As far as I think we all know what you call him, Robin, stands in this fight, is the fact that she might be able to beat him in terms of power, maybe, but she's gonna have a hard time with either one. But do I think she can win? Probably, but she's gonna have a hard time, because what I'm saying is that their powers is like specially fit to beat this motherfucker, to beat Robin's ass. I understand, but he would have to use some crazy shit, because Trebol has sticky fruit. Most powers Usopp has won't work if Trebol gets hit to trap him. Not really, because look, if Usopp gets trapped, right, all he use is that damn Mario star, whatever that shit's called, the plant, and have it eat the damn sticky stuff. He can get out of that. Usopp is a tank. Yeah, Usopp could take a lot of fucking. He took a 4-ton bat to the face and still ticking. Oh yeah, that's what he said. Oh, my bad. He's way strong. Yeah, he's way stronger now. So he could take some shit. Matter of fact, he could take more punishment than almost anybody in the Straw Hat. I think the only person that could probably take more punishment than him. No. Usopp, the only two people that can take more punishment than him is Zoro and Luffy. That's it. That's the only people we've seen get fucked up as bad as Usopp and keep on moving. Y'all forget that Usopp jumped off a giant, like it was like a mountain, landed, kept on moving. Didn't even affect him. Remember on Water 7 when he was rejoining the crew? He jumped off a mountain, landed, and just kept on moving. That didn't hurt him none. Usopp is past human levels. People think that, past normal human level. People think that he's like a normal, everyday human being. No, the fuck he's not. No, he's not. He's about as normal as you can get for the Straw Hat. No, Nami's about as normal as you can get for the Straw Hat, because she uses special, weapons in order to fight. She's not really, trained to the point where she can just absorb damage like Usopp can and shit like that. She's a experienced fighter using a bow staff. Other than that, she's pretty much damn near normal. I would say she's above normal, but not by a lot. Yeah, but he was near death after that. Near death. Yeah, but he didn't die. So Luffy and Zoro's been near death. Who had their whole body fractured in One Piece other than Usopp? That's the only person we seen where their whole body was shattered and kept on fucking moving. What's up, man? I was supposed to throw yesterday and today, just in case you was wondering, but I chose not to because I wanted to get this shit done, man. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. What you call them? Kill I Kill just came out. I'm getting ready to start on that. But that's pretty much it with this. I think Usopp is being highly underestimated. I think that Robin could probably pull something off if we could see her do something that we haven't seen before. But it seems like these two people's powers are like going to be a detriment to her. Not their actual power, but their actual abilities to be a detriment to her. Both of their powers seems like something that Usopp could deal with in terms of his fighting style and his weaponry and his arsenal. Especially Sugar. Sugar's not. We know she ain't as strong, and she got a touch in order for to use her power. So she's fucked. Trebol is gonna be a harder thing for him, but still, I think Usopp might be able to pull some shit off. But peace. That's pretty much it. Go ahead, leave your comment. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, click that like button and subscribe. Anime and manga means more fighting little girls. Peace. Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. Zoro has the best door. Like I said, that's what I said. I said Luffy and Zoro probably the only two people that got Usopp beat. Was injured and we can took Luffy's pen. Yeah, I didn't say that Luffy. I said that Zoro's and Luffy's a better tank than Usopp, but not by a lot. Usopp then took shit too. But peace. Oh shit, my bad.